What's going on, everybody? The opinionated idiot here, and I want to get you guys caught up on all the latest news in the Moscow murder investigation. I have two new pieces of information that I want to let you guys in on if you haven't heard. This article here was actually released yesterday from foxnews.com. It says Moscow police chief floats potential release of 911 call. Multiple people spoke with the Idaho dispatcher around noon on November 13th. And I have some highlights here in the article. I'll read through this. Moscow, Idaho, it says authorities may be warming up to the idea of releasing a 911 call on the unsolved slayings of the 4 University of Idaho students. Moscow Police Chief James Fry floated the possibility of making the recording public in an interview with a local TV station on Tuesday. He says, "I think it will be released when the prosecution believes that we can release that." Fry said of the call, which police have so far said little about, other than that it is placed from a surviving roommate's phone and with multiple people that spoke with the dispatcher. That may be at trial, Fry told Spokane-based TV station in a rare sit-down interview, or that may be before then. So I find this really interesting that they would release this call, possibly release this call before the trial. Maybe there's some information in that video that possibly could be something going on in the back of that call, maybe a voice or a person that was not at the residence but was captured on that call. So this will be really interesting if they make this public. And again, I still think that there is no solid evidence pointing to a suspect in this case. That's why I think they're floating around these ideas. Maybe they float this around and it kind of shakes up the case. You kind of see some movement of what's going on. Maybe someone starts getting nervous. Maybe someone talks. Maybe they release it out to the public and someone hears something or hears a voice or someone that they know that voice, and maybe can identify someone that was on that call that wasn't supposed to be there. Or maybe the surviving roommates are saying that weren't there but was there. I know it's a lot of maybes. I probably have you pretty confused, but it is all a big possibility. It goes on to say that he declined to say whether anything specific on the call could help detectives make an arrest. "I can't discuss that," he said. "It's part of the investigation, but as soon as we can release that information, we will." So also, it goes on to say Fry came under fire early in the investigation after assuring the public that there was no ongoing threat after an unknown assailant went into off-campus rental house and fatally stabbed 4 likely sleeping students, then escaped without a trace. "I take responsibility for the information not getting out as fast as possible," he told the interviewer. "I probably should have been much quicker on that." Fry said the number of tips coming in surpassed 17,000 as the case nears its 7th week without a suspect. So I wanted to get you caught up on that. You probably have heard of this information about this 911 call being released today, but about 2 hours ago, there was another bit of information that was released. I'm going to let you guys know about that right now as well. Before I do that, I want to thank all of you so far that have been paying attention to this channel, watching my videos, commenting, liking. If you haven't already and you like the content in these videos, please make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so every time I drop a new video, you guys will know. And here's that new information that is released from foxnews.com. It says King Road crime scene to be cleaned starting Friday, then turned over to the property company. We have a small update video that was released this afternoon from Chief James Fry. I'm going to play that for you right now. It's about a minute long.
I'd like to give a quick update to the community. Starting Friday morning, we are going to be bringing in a professional cleaning crew to go to the residents and begin cleaning. Part of the reason we're doing that is because of the biohazards as well as chemicals that were used during the investigation. So there will be activity over at that residence on King Road, and we just want people to know about that. I'd like to update everybody on the amount of tips that we've received. Number one, because we've received a lot more tips here recently, and we're continuing to investigate those and follow up on those. We've received over 19,650 tips.
Wow.
Email-wise, 9,025 of those have come in.
Wow.
Phone-wise, 4,575. And we've received over 6,050 digital tips. We want to thank the community for all their help and thank everybody across the nation for the help that they've given us.
Amen. Hopefully one of those tips lead to catching a suspect or suspects. So I want to go into reading this article for you a little bit here. I have it highlighted. It says a cleaning crew will soon be going through the Moscow, Idaho home where the 4 students were violently slain over 6 weeks ago, as investigators separately combed through 19,600 tips related to still the unsolved murders. So what this is kind of showing me here is that Moscow police, the FBI, believe that they have collected all the evidence they can from this crime scene, and they're ready to clean this and obviously hand it over to the property manager. So they're not that I'm saying they're considering this case closed, but again, they are confident enough that they have all of the information and all of the evidence from this crime scene that can be collected. And I'm sure that it was thoroughly sifted through with a fine-tooth comb. It goes on to say here, Moscow Police Chief James Fry said Thursday the department had enlisted a team of professionals to begin cleaning the home at 1122 King Road, where the 4 University Idaho students were fatally stabbed on November 13th. They said the home will, quote, be an active crime scene under police control for the time being. And you have a photo here of the forensic lab, the state police forensics. They were looking for clues here at the Moscow home on November 21st. It also goes on to say in this article, police officers will be on standby in the area during the cleaning activities, but officials said they do not have any estimated timeline for the service to be completed. Once they are, the home will be returned to the property management company. Meanwhile, Fry said investigators had received over 19,650 and conducted more than 300 interviews. Of those tips, 9,025 were submitted via email, 4,575 were called in, and 6,050 were sent in the form of a digital media submission. So really interesting stuff going on over at the Moscow, Idaho home. And again, like I said, it seems like they have basically closed this crime scene, feel that they have enough evidence at this crime scene to be handing it back over to the property managers. Again, I really hope that one of these tips is some piece of crucial information that can lead to a suspect or suspects in this case. The world is watching, and we all want this case solved. And hopefully this case doesn't go cold. But right now, it just seems like there's not much movement, and it's what we're all waiting for. So again, I wanted to get everybody caught up on all the latest information in this case. I really appreciate, like I said, everybody taking the time to watch over these videos, commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Stay tuned here because I'll have more updates like this. And again, I am the Opinionated Idiot. I'll see you on the next one.